Good morning and happy Monday, Kern County. We had those skies clear through the weekend, and right now, just after 5:45, starting to get a little bit brighter here from our rooftop camera. Yesterday, we had a high of 83 degrees, which, as you can see on the almanac, a little bit above our typical average high temperature for this time of year. If you were a fan of yesterday's temperatures, you're going to really like the next couple of days here across Kern County. We maintain temperatures in the 80s for the start of your work week. Here right now, temperatures as you're getting started on a Monday, 50s and 40s in the mountain communities right now. Some 60-degree readings here in the valley and for parts of the desert communities, so not a ton of cooling off in some of our eastern Kern County neighborhoods. 65 for Jawbone Canyon and 61 right now over in Mojave. By later on this afternoon, skies are set to clear and stay clear for the rest of the day today. Midday in the high 70s here in Bakersfield and then mid 80s by the afternoon. So we're on track for a couple of degrees warmer than yesterday, but nothing too uncomfortable for us. We do not have any 90-degree readings on this board. Mostly 80s here in the valley, low to mid 80s across the board here. 60s over in the mountain communities, right at 70 down in Lebec and close to it for Tehachapi and Fraser Park. High 70s over in the KRV and low to mid 80s over in the desert. 80 degrees for Mojave, 86 for China Lake and Ridgecrest, and not a ton of wind in the forecast either. It's a relatively calm day to start the day today. A little bit of wind to begin the day, but those conditions are set to calm into the afternoon, and just a light breeze will come back into play for the afternoon for the mountain and desert communities. So not a ton to slow you down here on a Monday. And if you're heading back to school today after you had a little bit of spring break festivities last week, temperatures to begin your work week and school week are looking really nice here in the 80s for the next couple of days. By Thursday and Friday, just tracking a little bit of a cool down heading into this weekend. Just some light unsettled weather passing through California. Not anticipating anything in terms of rain from that storm system. As you can see, we're back into the 70s by Friday and low to mid 70s by this weekend for the valley. Same is true over in the mountain and desert communities, also tracking a little bit of a cool down by the end of the forecast. But to begin your work week and school week here across Kern County, 70s up in the KRV, 80s over in the mountains, high 60s over in the mountains. And then again, we're also still tracking a slight cool down by the end of the forecast. We're expecting winds to start to pick up by Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday in eastern Kern County.